Okay, so we've completed our candidate registration form, so the next step is to complete the induction. What we'll do in this induction example is we're going to get them to read our handbook, update their tax details, bank account and super, provide some emergency contact details, provide details of their doctor's practice, and then again we'll use an MFA because we want to make sure that they are the ones confirming they have read the handbook and accept the terms and conditions. So, first thing we do, we go add. We'll go and set our preferences because we want to make sure that we want the email notification is the one that we want, and we have the online induction, and you remember that we created that notification before. So we'll save that assessment. Whoops, I didn't mean to save that. We can come back. I didn't need to save it because we still need to create the questions. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to ask them to download our handbook. Now we do something a little different here. We actually say it's mandatory, and we actually attach now the handbook that we want them to download. So we'll grab that from our file. Wise Community Handbook, and because it's mandatory, they will not be able to respond and finish the question without downloading the attachment. So then we go yes. Go save, and then again, like I did in the previous video, we can say, well, if they say no, what we'll do is we'll move them to the unsuccessful status. So that's our first question. Save. We'll close that. The next question we want them to do is provide their tax details. Mandatory, and again this is an object response, employee tax declaration. Save. No attachments required for this. Close. Next question is we want them to provide their bank account so that we know where to deposit their wages. Again, it's an object response type. This time it's my employee bank account. Next question, we're going to ask for the super fund. Now what happens is in Australia, slightly different to other countries, but in Australia we do maintain a library of all the superannuation funds, so when they come to select their super fund, they'll be able to select from a library. So again, as you say, it's an object type, so we can close that. The next question we want to ask is their emergency contact. Again, another example of object responses. Now remember that when we do this, when they do provide, for example here, they're going to provide the next of kin, emergency contacts. The response, the data they enter will be stored against the record, not just contained in a disconnected application form. Again, another object response type. So there we are, there's our online induction. And of course we can ask them to please select send to have a authentication code sent to either your wish I could type properly, mobile phone or email. We then need you to enter the code in the field provided so that we can be sure it is you. So we'll bold that. It's mandatory. We select MFA and we want it to go to text and or email or either. We want it to go to either. So we'll save and we'll close. And we now have completed our induction. So this is the induction form. Quite simple, following the same principles that we did when we created the assessment form. And again, very much using the object responses because of course we're creating a rich candidate file now so that they are, as we said, fully inducted. They'll be ready to be paid, ready to have super deducted, ready to be appointed to the right jobs. Thank you very much.